that's a good start. Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy of Cindy Love and Stitch. Welcome to my third Flosstube. I'm happy because a few people subscribed and it's so much fun, you know, to share what you love, and then other people want to see your videos. So welcome and thank you upfront for spending time with me. I have a lot to show you all. A lot of WIPS, a few fully finishes, one finish, some haul, a lot of haul actually, and also 2 projects I want to start in the future. So also a little life update. I'm a mom of 3 kids. I love taking care of my family. I love, you know, creating atmosphere in the house we live in and making it a nice and comfortable place for us all. And sometimes I'm really glad they're at school. My youngest one is 5 years old. He started school last September. Is that true? No, it's a year ago, but because of COVID, I don't know, I'm confused sometimes. But they're in school right now, so that's why I'm filming my Flosstube. I'm in the kitchen, on my kitchen floor, because here the lighting is okay. In the living room, behind me over there, it's a bit dark, so I don't know. It was not really good filming over there. So that's why I'm on the floor in my living room, in my kitchen. I'm sorry, there you see my kitchen. I will start, and my life update, I will not do a specific life update because, you know, during filming and telling you all about my WIPS and all that stuff, I will tell you more about my family and my life. Let's start. The first one, a fully finish. My nose is itching sometimes. So the last time I showed this to you, it was a finish, but it was not fully finished. I did not know how I wanted to finish this, but I was grocery shopping and I walked into a store and suddenly I saw this little blue box and I fell in love with it. So I bought it and I thought, whoa, that's nice. That's where I can finish Jardin Prive. It's by Jardin Prive. Les Beaux Jours, the beautiful day. A beautiful day. So this is my fully finish of that one. I just see a blue box in front of me right now, so I'm not sure if you are... Hello? Oh, that's my nose. You don't want to see up in my nose. So this is my fully finish of Les Beaux Jours by Jardin Prive. And it's a box. So if you open it, it's really fun. I'm keeping... Oh. I'm keeping some of my finishing products in here. My glue, my tape, all that kind of stuff. And what I did is I put the piece on, how do you call it, foam board, on a foam board. And I just glued it with fabric glue on the box. It's really tight. And I did not have any trim. I don't have any trim. I think it's hard to find in Holland, but maybe I'm not looking very, I don't know where to search. So maybe you can give me some tips on where I can find trim. But I thought, you know, I do have some blue wool, some knitting wool. So I hand crochet this, you know, with my fingers, and I put this around it. And I don't know, it turned out really fun, I think. So this is Les Beaux Jours, fully finished. I love this. I love blue, you know, I told you that last time, and this is really great. So I'm proud. This is no, it's not my first, it's my second fully finished product. And I loved it, you know, just being creative, thinking, oh, that's nice, oh, that's possible, that's also possible. I love to, you know, see what happens in creation. I'm not planning too much, but just in the moment seeing, oh, that's fun, oh, that's good, that's possible, oh, I like that. Fully finished number 1, Les Beaux Jours by Jardin Prive. The second one, Halloween. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I put a few pictures of this on Instagram. This is by the Prairie Kooler, Trick or Treat. Is it called Trick or Treat? I'm not sure. I think it is. Ta-da! This was so much fun to work on, so much fun. Because of all the little creatures, you know, every time I was stitching on this, a little leaf, a little, what is this? Is it a mouse or mouse, I think? A little witch, the pumpkins, 2 little small pumpkins over here, the fence, the little trees, the spooks, the moon, the witch. This was so much fun. And I really wanted to finish this before Halloween. So, and I did it. I fully finished it the evening before Halloween. I fully finished it. So it's still standing in our kitchen because, you know, it's just gorgeous to see, to look at. So, and my pumpkin is standing next to it. The colors, yeah, it's better like this, I think. They're much more brighter in real life, the yellow and the orange. And this is finished on a little brown tray. It's just a little tray, you see? And I thought, you know, I did not do any trim around it, but I have to say I finished it quite neat. So it doesn't need any trim. I thought it was okay like this, you know, it's a bit dark, and a lot is happening in this pattern, so it doesn't need a lot of stuff. But I did do this little, it's hard to see, this little spider over here, and here's also a little spider, and I glued them on the wood. My kids had to laugh because at first I glued my spiders over there, but the little paws, legs were hanging. So my son said, "Mom, it's like he's flying. Spiders cannot fly." I'm like, okay. So then I just did them on here and here. I always like that, you know, the logic sense of kids. It's fun. So you see the spider? So, Prairie Kooler, I love their patterns. And this one, I really recommend this one for next year. It's really great to stitch on. And it's doable. I did it in 4 weeks, I think. I only worked on this one, so it's you know, all the little things. It is a lot of work, but it's really fun to stitch on. And I'm proud of this one. So, but soon this will go upstairs. And until next year. That was my second fully finished one. Then I have something else. It's not a cross stitch, but I went to the woods with my daughter in our holiday, autumn holiday. That's what they call it in Holland. Then all the kids are a week at home, and my daughter said, "Mom, I want to go away with you, just a few days together." And so I did. We never did that before because, you know, we're a family of 5. It's not always possible to do that kind of things. But what we did, we went to the woods together in a small cabin and we had so much fun. We colored, we drew, we went to the movies one time, which was okay considering COVID. It was really good. And she had this magical coloring book. And first I was like, oh, I want to cross stitch. I don't want to, you know, color. But I did it anyway because I was like, okay, this is our weekend. Just surrender. And this is the result. I know it's not cross stitch. It's the only thing I will show which is not cross stitch. But I really want to show it because I surprised myself with this. Look at this. Ta-da! So what I did, I just colored it and then cut it out and put it on this glimmy pink paper and then put it in a frame. And it was so much fun to do. And now it's in our kitchen because, you know, everyone says, "Whoa, these colors are gorgeous." And I was thinking this would be a cool cross stitch project, you know. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It was so much fun to just, you know, intuitive choose the colors, and well, this is the result. But it's no cross stitch, I know. Okay, next, I showed you this last time. It's still a finish, but I haven't fully finished it. But I got a lot of nice responses on this one. A lot of really cool responses. because a lot of you loved this one, and it was really fun to stitch on, and it's gorgeous, especially with the blue. It's such a nice blue. In friendship, let's join thine interest with mine. And because, you know, that's what we're doing on Flosstube, I dedicate this one to you all. I bought at a store in Holland. It's called the Zeeman. It's like this really cheap store where you can buy clothes and underwear and socks, but also sometimes other stuff. And I found this one. It was like €4. And I thought, whoa, that's great. That's especially the size I need for my project to finish. So it fits perfectly. So this one will be finished on this. And maybe, I'm not sure, maybe I will paint this white because I want it to be to keep it the fresh look. It looks really fresh. It feels fresh to me, this pattern. So maybe I will paint it white. I'm not sure yet. So next time, this will be fully finished on this one. I think I'll try. And well, these were my finishes. Let's go to WIPS. WIPS. Where are my WIPS? Ah, over there. I have a few. I don't have a lot of WIPS because I spend a lot of my time on the Prairie Kooler project. But I do have one I showed you the last time. And I want to finish it, but I'm not doing it. Is it? The lighting is changing. You see? The sun is shining in the kitchen and now it's darker. I can use some tips about lighting. So if you have some, please let me know because I'm not sure how to do this. Okay. Keep on going. I showed you this last time. This is about Pako Handwerken. Delft's Blauw. It's really got a gorgeous pattern and it's funny. It's funny to stitch in rounds. I don't know why, but it's funny. I will get it out because this is better, I think. Isn't it pretty? With all the blues and stuff. So I wanted to finish this because this needs a lot of back stitching. I don't like to back stitch. That's what I found out. But I just want to show it again because it's so pretty, and maybe you can motivate me to finish it because I think it will be really, really pretty when it's finished. I'm not sure how to fully finish this one. This is on a week's dye works. 32 count. I didn't tell you about the other projects on which I stitched it. Well, next time. So I want to finish this. Please motivate me. Please. But it's really pretty, so I will finish it. But for now, it's still a WIP. So that's one WIP. Then I have Fruit of the Spirit by Plum Street Samplers. I fell in love with this pattern because of the lyrics, the lines. This fruit of the spirit is love, joy, and peace, which of course is so true, especially in these times. You can all use love, joy, and peace. So this is the pattern, and what I think is nice about it is it's small and a lot is happening. It's really detailed, especially the houses are really detailed and the windows, and so I want to stitch this, but I'm not doing it. Isn't that stupid sometimes? Do you recognize that you have a project which you really want to stitch and you're just not into it? I don't know. Weird. So this is the fabric. It's 32 count light mocha. It's a Swigert fabric. This is where I'm at. Love, joy, peace. And the color of the fabric is not really showing. It's a little bit warmer than you're seeing right there. And the threads are all the called for DNCs. Which, oh, the thread, they're so gorgeous. So I need to do this. They're gorgeous. Look. Do you see? Can you see? No, not really. Maybe like this. Oh, that's maybe better. Really warm. Also bright. Look at the greens over there. So, I want to stitch this, but I also, oh surprise, surprise, I'm doing my first giveaway at the end of this video. So, if you want to know what it is, just keep on watching. So this is Plum Street, Fruit of the Spirit. It is a whip, but I didn't stitch on it for a few weeks, so not sure what it will be in the future. Then my next whip, the one that gives me a headache. First a sip. It's tea. It's not coffee. This says cappuccino coffee, but it's tea. Okay, this one gives me a headache. And also a lot of you responded really enthusiastic on this one. And also when I look at it, oh, it's so pretty. I love this one. But I'm also really pissed off at this one. Is it okay like this? It's not. I wish you could tell me if it's okay like this, if you can see it. This is by Lanarte, Spanish Beauty, and it's gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous pattern. And I have all the threads and everything. The fabric is nice. It's an even weave, but it's really soft. It's an ecru color, really warm color. And this is how it will look like when it's finished. Oh, it is so... But why does this one give me a headache? Because I made a few mistakes in the beginning, because I was so thrilled on this project. It was my second project or something, and I didn't realize what I was doing, to be honest. So I made a few mistakes, and they're bugging me. I don't like... Sometimes I just want to cut this in half and get it over with. And then I look at it, and you know, once it's done and framed, no one will see these little mistakes. No one. I will. So I'm jealous, you know, a few of you Flosstubers out there. I'm jealous. McKenna, for instance, and a few other. They're not that. I'm a perfectionist. That's stupid. I don't like it. Don't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. But it can be, you know. What to do? What to do? Let me know what to do. Help me. Help me. I cannot get rid of her. I cannot. I just cannot. And these few mistakes, well, you know, no one will see them. Only I will. But okay. That's my biggest project, most beautiful project. And sometimes I love her, sometimes I want to cut her through half. But still a whip. So my next one, it's a new whip. I ordered some patterns for Christmas because, I don't know, it's getting cold here. Today it's about 5 degrees, I think it's cold, and it's a bit frosty. And the sky is blue, the sun is shining, it's gorgeous now. I love this kind of weather. All the leaves are falling down, they're brown, everywhere it's brown and orange and all these lovely autumn colors. So I don't know, I love the seasons. So it's starting to get winter, so I'm lighting the candles and I want to start all the Christmas projects. I know it's a bit early maybe, but I've started one because I fell in love with this. This is so cute. It's by Bothy Threads, Vintage Christmas Sleigh Bells Ring. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's showing up a little bit. Look at this. Do you see the long nose? And his eye. He looks like he got hit by a car, you know? It's so pretty. And it's funny. I like this one. And this was a kit, so it came with Aida fabric. I never stitched on Aida before, and I don't like to stitch on Aida, that's what I think, because you know, you can always see the little squares, even when it's finished, you still see the squares, and I don't like the look of the squares. So I always stitch on linen, but I loved the color of this fabric, and I couldn't find any other linen fabric for it. So I said, come on, Cindy, what are you fussing about? Because it's really nice, the colors are really nice. So I did start it on the fabric. It was kitted with the Aida fabric, 20, what kind of count? Let me see, don't know. 14 count dark blue Zweigart Aida. This is still on my Q-snap. This is where I am at, where I'm at. You see the nose. It's such a fun nose. Is it okay like this? No. Like, It's so much fun to stitch on this. And you know, I love the linen fabrics, but this stitches up really quickly. I have to say that. And you see the brown is variegated, so the result is really pretty. And I love the color of the fabric. It's like this blue-gray. It's really nice color. And I stitched on this for a day, I believe. And is it okay like this? Yeah. It's so much fun. So I want this finished by Christmas, because I want this fully finished or in a frame somewhere. I love it. My first Christmas whip. Haha. Bit early, but okay, I don't care. What else? Oh, I have another one. Oh, this one. Oh, my foot is sleeping. Ow. That's what happens when you go sit on your kitchen floor. But we do have a, how do you call it, floor heating. So my butt is really warm. That's okay. But another whip. Oh, sorry. Let me see. Oh, I love this one. I fell in love with this when I watched Jantina Stitches. It's really great. And she fully finished it, I think, about a year ago. So, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, those colors, I need that. And it's by Kooler Designs and it's called Autumn Cat Sampler. It's this one. Sorry. Can you see the colors like this? Like this maybe. It's so pretty, and there are 4 of these patterns. For all the seasons there's one. And the spring is also gorgeous. But also summer and winter. But it's a lot of stitching, a lot of back stitching, which I do think makes a lot of patterns, well, more interesting to look at. And I started this one first. I want to go do the border before I start filling it out, because I want the border to be okay before I start using the other colors. And it's still on my Q-snap, and I'm here. This needs a bit more, goes up here I think. So next time I want this, I want the border to be finished. I didn't buy all the colors yet, all the DMCs. This is on a 28 count even weave, crispy white. Lindy also stitched it on a crispy white and I loved that result. So I stole it from Lindy. And she's fun to watch also. This is by the Spinnerij. It's a Dutch website, Dutch cross stitch shop. So that's that one. I didn't buy all the flosses as I told you. I will buy them as I go. So first the border, and once I finish the border I will buy the colors for the first little block. And let me show you. So if the border is totally done, I will start this block, this little block, and I will buy the colors for that one. And so I will continue like that. At least that's the plan, but you know. These are the three of the four colors for the border. They're all browns. It's not really showing. No. It's getting darker here. It's so weird. And these two I already bought. They are for the first block, for the skies. So that's my Autumn Cat sampler by Kooler Designs. They have a lot of nice patterns, Kooler Designs. Also the Christmas socks. The stockings, I mean, socks. I think these were my WIPS. Next up, I have two projects I want to start soon. I'm getting them right now, so I will show you what they are. One, I bought this one a long time ago, but I haven't started it because I couldn't find the right fabric. At least that's what I said to myself. I wanted it to be on a special fabric because this one is for my daughter and, you know, she's special, so. Mirabilia, the feather fairy. I love the colors of the skirt, you know, the yellow, golden colors and the blue. So this needs to be stitched on a 32 count. I ordered the threads, the DMCs, yesterday, so they will be coming in soon, I think. I do have the material package, the cray necks and the beads. This will be my first project I'm beading, so this will be really funny, really fun. Can't wait to start this. So I'm waiting for the threads, and once they're in, I want to starch it. Oh my God, start it. Are you still? I'm not visible. Oh, this is better. Yeah, a little bit. And I will stitch it on this fabric. It's a Swigert fabric, linen 32 count Belfast. Let me see if I can get it out of here and show you. It is raw linen. And first I wanted to stitch her on a special fabric, but I don't know. Maybe this is okay. And once I fully finish it, I will put it in a, you know, a bit of a funky or special frame. That's also possible because I always love the combination of the warmth and the funkiness, both. This is the fabric. It's raw linen. 32 count. It's a really nice fabric. The color is not showing. It's showing lighter than it is. It's a bit darker and a bit more warm. But I don't have the threads yet, so next time. So this is my first project I want to start soon. The Feather Fairy by Mirabilia. And it's my first Mirabilia. Yippee! I like it. Then, first, a sip of tea. the next one I want to start. And this one is, I love this one. I showed you guys this the last video, but I haven't started it yet, but I am kitting it up. So, The Bird and the Roses by 1884 Stitchery by McKenna. I don't know if you know her and watch her Flosstube. I do, because she's really fun. I like watching her. She makes me laugh. She's honest and funny, and has a lot of gorgeous patterns on her website. Really, you should go and visit 1884 Stitchery. So this is so pretty. The Bird and the Roses. Oh. And also with this one, I just waited to start because I wanted the right fabric. It seems like a bit of an issue with me, choosing the right fabrics. But I did. I found the fabric and I found the flosses. I ordered them, and they're so colorful. It blows me away. I haven't put them on the ring yet. I will put them on this ring. But I have them right here. Ta-da! Ta-da! So pretty. Look at the blue. Ah! Look at this blue. Oh! And look at this orange. And look at the green. Oh man. Oh, that's not showing. Stupid. In the light. So, really pretty colors. Really nice, really nice. So this one will be a new start next time, I think. That's what I'm planning. And I'm stitching it on 28 count. Casual Confederate Grey. Also by Sleigh. And it's a really, really pretty color. It is a bit grey, but it's like a light bluish grey. So it reminded me of the sky, and if you look at the pattern, you know, the bird and the flowers, I thought it will be nice to put it on a skyish kind of fabric. So this is the color of the fabric. It's showing. It's a bit more intense colored. It's a grayish blue, so that let me see if I can. Oh, this is better maybe. Maybe if I show it like this. It's a challenge, you know, to show stuff the way they really look. So, but it will be really nice. So that's The Bird and the Roses of 1884 Stitchery by McKenna. Watch her on Flosstube, she's funny. Next. What do I have next? Oh, some haul. Oh man. I went a bit crazy. I bought some fabrics, but also some really nice patterns, which I will show you first. Music, please. The first one by Nora Corbett, and I fell in love with this one. It's one of the, I don't know how many reindeers are there, I'm not sure. Dancer, Prancer, Rudolph, of course. It's also a bit Christmas. It's also a Christmas pattern. Rudolph, Prancer, Dancer. I don't know the rest, but I believe there are patterns of all of the reindeers, the Christmas reindeers, and this one is Dancer, and this is. I don't think you can see anything right now, so I will move because this is annoying. Let me see if I can sit over here. It's a little bit better. This is Dancer. you can see a bit, but I'm not sure because I cannot see a lot. Did anyone of you guys stitch a reindeer? Christmas reindeer by Nora Corbett? Because they really look pretty. It's really nice. And it's not too big. I believe it's 5 inches by 6 inches if you stitch it on a 32 count. So it's doable. I'm not sure if I will start it this year because I also have that other project. Oh, this is better. Yippee. Look. Is this pretty? She's more pretty in real life. It's gorgeous. So that's my first haul. Then I have another one also by Mirabilia. I don't know why, but I love Mirabilia all of a sudden. And this one is called Garden Beauty. I've seen this a lot of times, and every time I see it, I fell in love with this. But it's a big project, I think, and it's an old one, I believe. So I'm not sure if I can find everything I need for it. And I will not start it this winter. If I will start it, it will be next year, I think, in springtime or something. But look at this Garden Beauty. I think a lot of you know this. This is a classic and timeless heirloom design, a Rosarian chance to her English garden. Her dusty blue satin gown is accented with clusters of precious antique beads. The fairy tale border drips with roses, gems, and lush velvet brown ribbons. It's pure garden romanticism. That's what it says on the back. It's funny. And it's gorgeous, this one. With all the colors and the flowers and the gown. It's so romantic. I like that. So, Garden Beauty. Not sure when I will start it. But that's okay. I'm moving, you know. As the sun is moving, I'm moving along. Then I have also a Plum Street Samplers. I saw this a few months ago and I fell in love with this. I couldn't find it in Holland, but well, now I did at the Handwerk boutique. They ordered it, and once they had it, they sent me an email. It's here, and I'm yippee. I have seen this one being stitched before, but I'm not sure by who, by which Flosstuber. Oh, what is she called? I don't know anymore. But Plum Street Samplers, Sweetheart Hill, and again, I love the text. It says, Sweetheart Hill, I belong with you. That's sweet and funny. And it's a gorgeous design. It's also with pink. I don't know. I think that I love the idea of pink and on a warm colored fabric, you know. The pink colors with the warm. I always love that combination. The brightness and the warmth. Maybe if I... No, this is not better. You see? It's a big house. It's a lot of stitching, that house. That's what I think. But I love it. Don't know when I will start it. Don't know. Next year, I think. Then, another Mirabilia, which all of you know, and a lot of you have stitched, I think. And I just wanted to stitch it. Even if I had seen it like a million times on the internet, I want to do it. Because I think, you know, it's gorgeous. Of course, also because of the blues, but also because it's really nice. I love the movement of her body, you know, really feminine. And, well, who doesn't want to be a mermaid? I want to be a mermaid. I want that tail. I want blue hair. Gorgeous. And what is this called again? Doesn't say. Mermaid. Oh, I know, Aphrodite. Aphrodite. That's what she's called, I believe. Yeah. And on the back, maybe this is fun to read. Somewhere At the bottom of the azure sea, a fairy-like creature is born from a shell. That's pretty. So that's that. Then my last pattern I bought, also Christmas pattern, and I really liked this one because of the funky quirkiness. That's what I hear you guys always say, but it's true. It's funky and quirky. It is a kit. I will not stitch it on the coming Ada because this is too much squared Ada. I don't. It's not pretty to me. So I will stitch this on another fabric, but I'm not sure if I will stitch it this year. But it's so funky. It's also by the Bothy threads. Maybe you have seen this before. Look at it. With the fox and the reindeer and the polar bear. It's funky. It's funny. And it's nice to stitch, I think. Because of all the creatures and the little tree and the snowflakes, the white snowflakes over there. Where's the polar bear's head? It's not showing up. Here's the head, but you see it? Yeah, a bit. So this is Snowy Stack by Bothy threads. It's really nice. That was my haul. So first, a sip of tea. This is a long one. I also bought some finishing stuff. You know, every time I go in a store and I see something that's cheap and I think like, hey, I can finish something on this one, then I just take it because I snatch it because, you know, I don't know, if it's affordable. So I bought this one. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just wood, you know. And this is blue grayish and this is white. This is the back. Was like 1 or 2 euros, I believe. So, but I can see a finish on this one. Not sure which one, doesn't matter, but in the future. Isn't that funky? Isn't that cute? So that's the first thing I bought. Then I saw this also. This was by the Action. It's also a Dutch store where a lot of things, you can buy a lot of stuff. And really cheap. So I saw this one, and you can put candles in this, of course. Maybe I will use this for candles in wintertime. But I also thought I can finish some cute stuff in here. This is what it looks like. It's like this wooden tree-ish kind of thing. And this is the back. It's really simple, but you know, I can also use it for candles right now, of course. That's also possible. Maybe I will. Why not? So I also bought that one. Then I saw this. This is wool. And because I cannot find trim, I thought I can, you know, try and make my own trim. This is really thick knitting wool. And I can use it as a trim. It's like dark brown with lighter brown, a bit of black. And you know, if I crochet this, it will be a really thick crocheted finishing trim. So I'll try and do that. Ooh, you see the light? Ooh, that's cool. Zoop. 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 So that's for finishes. And then I have also got a Zweigart Natural Light, which is still in the plastic. It's a 28 count, and I want to try dyeing the fabrics myself. I never did that before, but every time I look at Flosstube and I see some Flosstubers dyeing their own fabrics, I'm like, oh, I want to try it. Oh, and also Debbie of Creatively Yours, a Dutch Flosstuber. I think a lot of you know her. She's dyeing her own fabrics, and she is putting them on her Instagram account, Creatively Yours. The first ones she sold in a few hours, and I believe in November she will dye some new ones. So you can find her on Instagram, and they're gorgeous. I was too late, so next time I will be in time and buy some of her fabrics. But I also want to start dyeing my own fabrics just for me, because I'm curious, you know, how this works and how it will turn out. And So that's what I want to start doing with these two fabrics. This is also Zweigart, 32 count, it's antique white. So maybe I will coffee tea dye this. But you know, I need a lot of time if I want to do all the stuff I want to do. Every time I go on Instagram or on Flosstube or on internet, I see all these pretty things and patterns, and I'm like, oh my god. I need another lifetime right now. Or a second Cindy, you know? That would be nice. And then I also have this fabric by Ellen Sign. You can find her on Instagram, Ellen Sign. And I contacted her, or she contacted me on Instagram, and she had some fabric which she's not using. It's a Picture This Plus fabric, a 36 count doubloon, and she sent it to me, and it's pretty. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. And a lot of you guys know this, I think. Then you will see it's not turning out that well, because it's more yellow, orangey than you see here. 36 count doubloon by Picture This Plus, and she put this really nice floss. Oh, this is also pretty. It's a pink, variegated pink. Ash Rose is what it's called by Xstitchmd Designs. Design. Xstitchmd Design. Sorry. They also have really nice fabrics. And she put a card in there. It was so much fun receiving just a gift. So thank you, Ellen. It was really fun. Look, a really pretty card. I loved it. So thank you, Ellen. And then, a few other stuff I ordered, and I also received a few books that came along with that order. Maybe because it was a big order, I don't know. But that's cool. This book, the Riolis catalog. Oh man. Oh, a lot of nice stuff are in here. It's too many nice stuff. And I'm not sure. Okay, I will show you just one page. Is it seeable? Love that one. And a book of nice projects, man. Oh, sorry, I'm reading while I'm filming. Stupid. I also got this one. It's by Abris Art, and it's with a lot of beading. Didn't know this. Maybe you do. But it has a lot of gorgeous patterns. Arty kind of patterns, really nice. But a lot of work, I think, because of all the beading. But really nice. I always love the female patterns, you know. So that's Abris Art. And then I didn't know this one, Panna. You know that? Embroidery kits. Oh, but really cute patterns. Look how cute. It's nice, isn't it? I love foxes. I don't know why, but I love the foxes. I haven't stitched any fox, but I love them. So in the future. And I also got diamond dots. I've started a diamond painting. Oh, a really gorgeous one. What is it called? Winter Fairy, I believe. She's really big with a really big red dress and her wings, and I haven't got it here downstairs, so maybe I will show you next time. But it's diamond painting, so it's not what we're here for, of course. But it is also fun to do. It's really fun. And then last but not least, the giveaway. Haha. So, it's a giveaway because I already ordered the pattern, and accidentally during COVID everything was a bit fuzzy in my brain, and I ordered it twice. So I have two of the same patterns, and it's one I'm stitching and which I'm not really motivated to stitch. So if one of you wins this giveaway, maybe you would like to stitch it together in a cell, kind of a mini cell. So, ta-da, ta-da, the giveaway is, ta-da, Fruit of the Spirits by Plum Street Sampler. Isn't that nice? So I have two of the same patterns. And so you can win this giveaway if you are subscribed to my channel, and if you react, if you leave a reaction, leave a message down below, and just what can I, let me know what your fruit of the spirit is. That's a nice question. What's your fruit of the spirit? What's your love, joy and peace moment? Just give me one moment of love, joy and peace in which you totally felt, this is my fruit of the spirit. So if you want to react that and want to send me that, and let me know it's for the giveaway, because then I know you're entering. And next time, in my next film, in about 3 weeks, I will let you know which one of you will get this in their box, in their, and it's international, so I don't mind of sending it anywhere. It's okay. So let me know, what's your fruit of the spirit? Is it eating sushi? Also possible. Is it cuddling with your kids? Is it finding joy in gardening? Is it, I don't know, different seasons, falling leaves? Just let me know what your fruit of the spirit is, and let me know that you're entering in for the giveaway. So, I believe this is the end of my Flosstube number 3. I always love doing this, you know, sharing something you love. And if you were watching, thank you so much. I will keep on doing this because I really love doing this. And please subscribe, I would like that, and leave me a reaction or a note. I really like I'm having fun reading all the stuff you sent me. So keep on breathing. That's important for everyone, you know. We always can breathe. And I will see you next time, next Flosstube. Hugs and kisses. Bye bye.